Democrat spokesperson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to thank the Secretary of State, or indeed both Secretaries of State, for today's momentous statement, which I trust will be the first of many annual climate and nature statements. I also thank them for recognising the role of Zero Hour and the campaigners behind the Climate and Nature Bill, the private members' bill I'm proud to have brought to this House with cross-party support. I warmly welcome the move towards more joined-up thinking between DESNZ and DEFRA, and also applaud the willingness of the government to work across the House, even if that willingness is not always reciprocated. However, this statement has missed a trick. The Secretary of State promised collaboration with campaigners, NGOs and communities. In reality, engagement so far has been very limited. If stakeholders had been involved, he might have acknowledged calls from the wildlife trusts and the RSPB to remove the threat to nature protection in the Planning and Infrastructure Bill, or the nature-friendly farming network's concern over the suspension of the Sustainable Farming Incentive. He also told the Environmental Audit Committee that this would be a public participation issue, yet there was no consultation with the Climate and Nature Bill campaigners ahead of this statement. If we want to bring communities with us, we have to include them and listen to them. People across the country are already driving change in their communities, in schools, in farms and businesses to build a better, greener future. The government should be tapping into that great British human energy, to coin a phrase. Liberal Democrats are proud to be doing exactly that, with policies like an emergency home insulation programme, solar panels on every new build, investment in cheap renewable energy, support for community energy, local nature recovery strategies, and an extra £1 billion for nature-friendly farming. Because people need hope and a role in shaping the solutions. Despair is not a strategy and action is not optional. It is essential and urgent to protect our health, our economy and our national security. And so I ask again, when will the Secretary of State meet with me, with my fellow Liberal Democrats, Zero Hour and the environmental NGOs to create an annual climate and nature bill that is bold and ambitious, that brings transparency and hope and shows that the government is genuinely bridging the gap between policy and delivery?
Yes. Well, let me start off in the spirit of continued generosity in reiterating my praise for the Honourable Lady for bringing forward the bill, and indeed the Zero Hour campaigners who I have met in a previous incarnation of mine, their role over a long period in pushing forward the bill has been important. Very happy to meet her and the campaigners. And indeed, this is going to be, as she knows, this is going to be a continuing process, as I discussed with her, and happy to take forward